And over the last few weeks, months, I've been eagerly waiting for a major update, and today I can finally share it. Well, today I'm going to fix the regulator up, and we're going to try a new tool for fixing up punctures in quad bikes. Last time I worked on this, the regulator appeared to be broken. I bought a new one. It's a generic one, but it seems to have the right connectors on it, so we'll give that a crack, and hopefully we're charging the battery again. Hopefully this should be just plug and play. There is one difference with the DC out. The wires go to different pins, so what I'll do is I'll plug it in first and just measure where the voltage is. Okay, that's different. That's a bit weird, these two plugs are wrong way around. So on the new one, the input or the output from the stator in the motor is female and this one's male. That's a right pain. So for some reason on this one I bought on eBay, the connector housings and the pins are opposite. I don't have any that actually match because the mating fittings are actually back to front, so the locating tab is different. So what I'm going to do is cut the terminals off, use the old plug and put the new terminal into the old plug, and that way we should be good to go. All I've got to do is make sure that I orient the wires in the right directions. Alright, let's go. So I'm going to convert these from female to male. Actually might even put a dab of solder on those. Just crank up my soldering iron. Clicked in. The proper way to solder is to apply your soldering iron to the connector, dab of solder to build a heat bridge, and then a bit more solder for it to flow. And you don't paint it on. Going to try and get them in the same orientation so that if there's any phasing on those wires, they're right. Right, with the modified plug, that goes into there. Right, that works. I'm getting 15 volts between the red and the green. So I'll just make that the right way around and we should be good to go. Okay, for years I've been using strings to fix up punctures, and they've worked really well in most cases. In the truck they don't, because you've got a whole lot of pressure in there. But I've seen these ones where you insert a mushroom cap into the tyre. Now, I don't know how well they'll work, never used them before, but having the air inside the tyre pressing against the patch is actually much better than having the strings in there. So this is the first time I've ever used this, and I'm going to give it a go. Unfortunately, I've only got a quad tyre that's got a string in it that's flat. I'm not going to muck around with it too much. So that's loaded it. I'll pull this string out. Bit of oil, I think. Put this little black thing in. That means that black thing's going to be in the tyre, but let's have a look. Well, that's it. So that's what it looks like down there. Looks to be a good fit. And this is what a string looks like. Pulled up to the little chapel on Westdale Road, which was built in 1895, as you can see on the gate. Around the chapel are a number of graves from local people in days gone past. The OKA is back. Unfortunately, I blew a head gasket, and that required fixing. At the same time, we were moving house, so it was quite urgent that I got the truck down to OKA. Unfortunately, the head gasket had been going for some time. I just didn't recognise the symptoms. I had checked for exhaust gas in the radiator. No, not there. But it was one trip coming back from the school. I had water in the oil, and I had oil in the radiator, and that fair-on clinched it. Anyway, while it was down at OKA, I also had the GCM and the GVM upgraded so that we can legally tow the caravan. And now we're good to go. Trip's coming up soon, depending on the heat. So this is what I've been waiting for. It's a mod plate to authorise the new engine, and also to increase the GCM up to 9.5 tonnes and the GVM to 6 tonnes. So now I can legally carry the caravan. Originally the GCM was 6 tonnes.